Hello friends, in standard 10 chapter number 1 real numbers, based on the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, we have to solve today exercise 1.2. In fundamental theorem of arithmetic, there we discuss that every composite number can be expressed as a product of the primes, right? So based on the any composite numbers factor as a product of the primes, we have to solve the exercise 1.2. See, in the first question, we have to say question is given, express each number as a product of its prime factor. So here they give the different numbers, right? 5 questions are given. They say express each numbers which are in a product of the its prime factors. In prime number, in our previous period, there we define prime numbers means what? A number has only two factors, one and number itself. This is called the prime numbers, right? So here I write the prime numbers which are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, right? Between 1 to 25, these are all the prime numbers. So as per the question, we have to represent each numbers as a product of its prime factor, right? So using that multiplication of the prime factor, we get that number. So that way we have to represent each and every number's factor. Okay. So first we take the 140. So if we use using a factor tree method, we can write 140 is 2 factor is what? If we divide by 2, then we get the 270s are 140, right? 70 is again divide by the 2, so we get the 35. And 35's 2 factor is what? 5 7s are, right? 5 7s are 35. So we get the 140's prime factor are what? 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. So as per the question, we have to represent each number's product of its prime factor. So we can write 140's prime factor is what? Product of prime factor is what? 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. If you represent in terms of power, so here is a multiple of 2 is a 2 times. So we can say 2 square into 5 into 7. So given number 140 we can represent in terms of the product of the prime factor. Product of its prime factor 2, 5 and 7. These all are the prime number. If you multiply that way, 2 square into 5 into 7, so you get the composite number as a 140. Okay. Now same way 156 prime factors we have to find out. So we use using prime factor tree method. 156. If you divide by 2, so 2 7s are 14 and 1 is remainder, right? And 1 is remainder, so that number is become a 16. So 2 8s are 16. So we can say 78 2s are 156. Right? Now 78 is also divided by the 2. Right? So if you divide the 7 divided by 2, so we get the 3s are 6 and 18 we get the 9s are. Right? 39 2s are we get the 78. So this is divisible by 3 because both are multiplication of both term or unit digit and tens plus digit. Both are multiplication of 3, so it is divisible by 3. Or you can say 9 plus 3 is a 12. 12 is a factor, means we can say 12 is divisible by 3, so that number is also divisible by 3. If you divide by 39, divide by 3, so we get the 13 is here. Right? Now 13 is a prime number, so it is not a divisible because it is divisible by 1 and number itself. Right? So another factor we are not getting here. And 3 is also prime number. So 156 factor product of the prime factor is what? 2 into 2 into 3 into 13. These are the product of the prime numbers of the 156. So we can write the 156 as a 2 into 2 means 2 square into 3 into 13. Okay. So that way we can represent as any number with the product of its prime factor. Now same way 3825. So we use using the factor tree method. Given number is 3825. Now see, as I told you here, 3, how we can decide? What you have to do? Each and every digit addition you have to do. And at last, whatever the number you get, it is divisible by 3, then given number is also divisible by 3. Okay, so add up every digit. 5 plus 2 is a 7, 7 plus 8 is a 15, 15 plus 3 is a 18. 18 is divisible by 3, so that number is also divisible by 3. Right? So if you divide it by 3, so 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So here we get the 2 as a remainder. So that number is become a 22. So 22 means 3 sevens are 21, and at last we get the 15. So 5s are 15. Right? So now again we have to check it out that number is divisible by 3 or not. So for that what we have to do? Each and every digit's addition we have to take. So 5 plus 7, 12, 12 plus 2, 14, plus 1, 15. Yes, 15 is divisible by 3. So we can say that number is also divisible by 3. So if you define that, factor is divided by 3. So we get the 3 4s are 12, right? 3 2s are 6 and 1 is remainder. So we get the 15, 5s are 15. Right? Now again, that number is divisible by 3 or not. For that what we have to do? Each and every digit we have to add, and that number is divisible by 3 or not. We have to check it out. 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 4, it is 11. So 11 is not divisible by 3. So that number is not divisible by 3. Okay. So for that, how we can define that number? Its factor we have to check it out. It is divisible by 5. At last there is a digit as a 5. So it is may be divisible by 5. So if you divide that by 5, so 5 8s are, here is a 42. So 5 8s are 40. Right? So at last we get the 2 as a remainder. So that number is 25. It is divisible by 5. 5s are 25. Right? 5 5s are 25. Okay. So now 85. 85 is also, at last there is a 5 is there. So it is divisible by 5. So if you divide by 5, so you get the 17. 5 ones are 5 and 7s are 17 5s are 85. Okay, now 17, this is a prime number as we represent here. So another factors are, means another factors are not possible because prime number has only two factors, 1 and number itself. So here 3825 factor we can define 3 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 17. So we can write as answer 3825 prime factor is what? 3 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 17. Now in terms of power we can define 3825. Here is a 3 2 times, so 3 square. Here is a 5 square into 17. Okay. Now next question. 5005. So its factor how we can define? So using factor tree method. Factor tree method, 5005's factor we have to find out. So as I told you, if you add all these digits, so we get the 10. 10 is not divisible by 3, so it's not factor. 3 is not a factor of 5005. But at last digit is a 5, so it is divisible by 5. Right? If 5005 is divisible divided by 5, then you get the 1001. Okay. Then after, if you again divide the 101 by any prime number, you have to observe here. Here I have already written the all prime numbers. So 2 is not possible, right? 3 divisible is not possible. 5 is not divisible by 1001 is not divisible by 5. Now we have to check it out for the 7. So 1001 divided by 7. So 7 ones are 7, 30 we get, right? 7 4s are 28, we get the 22 as a remainder and 1 is there, 7 3s are 21. Okay, so here we get 1001, here remainder is 0, it means 1001 is divisible by 7. So we get the 143. Now this number is divisible by which number? For that we have to check it out first of all. It is not divisible by 2 because at last we get the 3, right? It is not divisible by 3. Why? Because add all these numbers, all these digits. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. So 8 is not divisible by 3. So that number is not divisible by 3. 5. is not possible, right? Because last digit is not 5 or 0. If any number is divisible by 5, if last digit is a 0 or 5, then it is divisible by 5. But here is not that, so it is not divisible by 5. 7 is also not possible because 7 2s are 14, but at last we get the 3 as a remainder. Now we have to check it out for the 11. So 143 is divided by 11. So 11 ones are 11, so we get the 3 as a remainder, and 3 as it is, 11 3s are 33, so we get the remainder as a 0 0, right? So we can say 143's 2 factor is what? 11 into 13. 11 is a prime number, 13 is a prime number. So now next we have to not divide any numbers. So at last whatever we get, this is our prime factor of the 5005, in which we get the 5 into 7 into 11 into 13, right? So these are the prime factor of the 5005. 5 into 7 into 11 into 13. We have to, fifth question is given, we have to solve similarly 7429, right? So these are the all prime numbers. One by one you have to check it out which numbers is possible by the division of the given number, and you have to remember that prime numbers, because prime factor we have to write. So given numbers we have to divide by among these three, among the given numbers. Okay. In 10th standard, most probably they may ask the prime factors up to 25. So you have to remember the up to 25. In between 1 to 25 prime numbers here I have mentioned. Okay, so that prime numbers you have to remember, which is useful for writing the product of the prime factor. Okay. Now question number 2. Here find out the LCM and LCM of the following pairs of the integers. So in each and every questions they give the two integers pair, and question is given LCM and LCM we have to find out. And another question is also given, we have to verify that equation that we already discussed in our previous class. LCM into LCM is equal to the product of the two number. That thing we have to verify. And in our previous class we already defined that LCM and LCM meaning. In our previous, again I write here. Okay. So remember that thing. LCM means what? Product of the smallest power of each common prime factor. Each common prime factor's smallest powers we have to take for the given numbers. Okay. So in HCM you have to remember common prime factors smallest powers product we have to take. In LCM what? Product of the greatest power of each prime factor involved in the number. Okay, so greatest power we have to write, but each prime factors we have to take, and its product we have to take. That give the LCM of the number. Difference is what? Here is a common prime factor we consider. Here we have to consider the each prime factor. Okay, in HCM common prime factor we have to consider. In LCM each prime factor we have to consider. Okay, now we define the two integers pair is given. It's LCM and HCF we have to find out. So first of all we find its prime factor. So 26 prime factor we all are know. It is a 2 into 13 because it is comes in a 13 tables, right? Here 91. So 91 means 7 into 13. Right? Its 2 prime factor is 7 into 13. So LCM first of all we find. LCM means what? LCM of 26 and 91 is what? As we define here, common prime factors, smallest powers product we have to take. So observe that two numbers prime factor in which is a common prime factor. 13 is a common prime factor, which is comes in both the numbers, right? So we can say only one number is there, so we have not need to product with the any number. Okay, so here the LCM of the 26 and 91 is what? 13. Another thing, LCM we have to find out. LCM of the 26 and 91. So LCM is what? Greatest power we have to take. Product of the greatest power of each prime factor, right? Each prime factor also here 26 and 91. Here is a prime factor. So first of all we write the 2. Each prime factor's greatest power we have to write its product. So we take the first 2. Then after second prime factor we can take as a 7 and here is a 13. Both number, one of the factor is a 13. So both power is a 1 only. So we have to write a 13 only. Right? So we get the here 14 into 13 is a LCM of the 26 and 91. So you have to do the multiplication. 14 into 13. So 4 3s are 12, 3 1s are 3, plus 1 42. Here is a 0, 4 1. So we get the 182. So its LCM is what? 182. Now, as per the question, another thing we have to also verify. So that verification we have to define here. Here, LCM of 26 into 91 is multiplied with the LCM of 26 into 91 is equal to the product of the two numbers. Two numbers product is what? 26 and 91 we have to write here. 26 into 91. So LCM we already defined, which is a 182. And LCM we also define. LCM of that two number is what? 13 is equal to 26 into 91. So in left hand side 182 is multiplied with 1 3. So we get the 3 2s are 6, 42, 24 and 5. Here is a 0, 2, 8, 1, 6, 6, 13, 2. So we get the 2, 3, 6, 6. In right hand side 26 is multiplied with 91. So again you get the 2, 3, 6, 6. So it means left hand side is equal with right hand side. So that way we can say it is verified. LCM of the two numbers, same two numbers LCM, if you multiply, then you get the product of the two numbers. Right? So that is we can verify because left hand side and right hand side we get the same. So that we verify. Okay. Same way we have to solve the second question. So for the second question, these two numbers are given. So first of all, we find its prime factor. So 510, it is divisible by 2, right? So here we can say it is divisible by 2. So we get the 510 is divisible by 2. So 2 2s are 4, 1 1, 2 5s are 10. Then after 1 0, 5s are 10. So it is we can say 255 into 2. Another 255 we divide by the 5, then 5 5s are 25 and 5 is again 1s are 5. So we can say 5 is factor 51. So 51 we can say 51 is again the factor 17 3s are 3 into 17. So we get the factor 510 factor is what? 510 factor is what? Prime factors 2 into 5 into 3 into 17. We can write that way also. 3 into 5 into 7. Right? Because as we define in our fundamental theorem of arithmetic, uniqueness is the every composite numbers prime factor is a unique. So you can write 5 into 3 or 3 into 5 is a same one. Right? Another 92. 92 is prime factor we have to write. So it is divisible by 2. 92 is divisible by 2. 92 is divisible by 2. 2 4s are 8. 12. 2 6s are 12. So we get the 46. So 46 is also divisible by 2. 2 2s are 4 and 2 3s are 6. Right? So 23. So we get the 2 into 2 into 23. Okay. So these are the prime factors of the 92. So we can rewrite that one. So we get the 2 square into 23. Because 2 into 2 is there, so we can rewrite as a 2 square. So we get the two numbers prime factor here we write. So its LCM we have to find out. So that thing we already discussed. LCM means what? It is a product of the smallest power of the common prime factor. So we have to observe common prime factor. These are the 92's prime factor. These are the 510's prime factor. Its common is what? 2 is there, which is a prime factor, which comes in both the numbers. But its smallest power, here is a 2 raised to 1 and here is a 2 square. Right? So 2 raised to 1, LCM of 510 and 92 is what? 2 raised to 1. It means 2 is the LCM of these two given number. Same way LCM we have to find out. LCM of 510 and 92 is what? As we define the product of the greatest power of the here, each prime factor we have to write. Each prime factor means first of all we start with the 2. Its greatest power. So greatest power we have to consider 2 square, not 2 raised to 1, right? Another number is 3 into 5 into 17 into 23. So do all these numbers multiplication. Whatever you get, this is your LCM. Okay. Another thing, same way you have to also verify this result. So for that, what you have to do? LCM of 510 into 92 multiply with LCM of 510 into 92. In right hand side, you have to write the 510 into 92. The two product of the two numbers, right? LCM we already defined here. These are the product of the all these numbers. You have to write whatever you get here. That answer you have to write here. LCM of these two numbers is 2 is equal with 510 into 92. So whatever you get right hand side, same number you get the left hand side. So you can say left hand side and right hand side both are equal. Okay. Now same way you have to solve these two numbers 336 and 54. Its prime factor you have to find out. Then after you have to also find out the LCM and LCM of the two numbers, and then after you have to verify that equation. LCM of the given two number into LCM of the given number is equal with the product of the two numbers. Okay. Remaining question number 3 onwards.